know some of y'all think, why are you so sappy? You're so fluffy. You're always talking about love and feelings and healing and your heart. And well, I am one of those sentimental people. I will say that. When I was a little girl, when we had a fish tank and when one of my fish would die, my mom would want to flush it down the toilet, and I wanted to bury it in the yard, and I'd make like a little wood cross like Laura Ingalls and have a little ceremony. There's one time that my mom said, hey, she's a single mom, so there's not a lot of room for fluffy and sentimentality, and so when a fish died, she'd just flush it down the toilet. And there was one fish, she's like, all right, you need to bury it or I'm gonna flush it. And being little, I saw it moving, but I didn't realize it was on the top and it was maybe on its side, but the filter had it moving, and so I didn't believe my mom that it was really dead. But I had to obey my mom, and so I ended up getting a bowl of filling it with water and putting the fish in the bowl of water, and I dug a hole, and then I put the bowl of water with the fish in it, and I covered it with a paper towel, and then I buried it. And even to this day, I'm still the sentimental person that rescues the insect out of the spider's web before the spider gets it. I don't know. But God does care about our heart. And so that's why I talk about it a lot. And man judges by the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. It says, guard your heart above all else. Guard your heart. For from it flows the wellsprings of life. Above all else, guard your heart, for from it flows the wellsprings of life. Another translation says, it determines the course of your life. So that's why God cares about your heart and us getting healed. So there's things that He wants to reveal, He wants to remove, and He wants to replace. And until we heal, we will never fly. That's the truth. And we can prune the leaves and the branches, make us look good all we want, but until we get down to the root of those things that need to be healed, that need to be cut out, it'll just keep growing back. That's why God cares about your heart and our unresolved stuff that continues to wound ourselves and continues to wound those around us. And that's all I wanted to talk about. That's why I talk about the heart a lot. And until you heal, you will never be able to fly. And I'll say one other thing. There's this really tough verse because God is love, but He's also speaks truth, and there are some difficult truths that we have to look at in our own life. And we like the fluffy part of God, but we don't like sometimes those difficult things that cause us to wrestle and to be humble and to look in the mirror. But this verse says this: only the rebellious dwell in a parched land. What does that mean? So we will all have seasons of difficulty. Life is hard, and in this world we will have tribulation, right? But be of good cheer, I've overcome the world. The world is hard. We have seasons of difficulty, no matter who you are. But if your life is a continuous parched land, one of the things we have to look at is there a place in my heart that is rebellious? Is there a place in my heart that is resistant and is proud, and that I have to be in control and I'm not willing to let go of? Only the rebellious live in a parched land. And God is all about going to those parched places and bringing living water. Matter of fact, isn't that so interesting? So when I have to dig roots out of my yard, there's certain bushes that I've been trying to get rid of, and I can hack off the branches or the leaves or whatever, but until I get to the root, I can't get it out. And the way I get that root out, soaking it with water with the hose, soaking, and digging that thing out. And so the living water that God does want to water in those parched places of our lives comes from Him, and He is the only one who'll be able to dig out those roots. If we trust Him, that His heart towards us is good, He will bring healing. He will. Time does not heal. It does not heal. The Lord heals, and He promises to bring beauty from the ashes and to make all things beautiful in His time. That's all. Hope you all have a good day.